Hey everybody, welcome back to All the Things Sorta True. I'm Nate.
And I'm Jade.
And today we're not going through a chapter. We came down here to record a regular episode, but we couldn't. It felt weird, and so we decided to take this time to just take a breath from the regular grind and, take a minute to remember Terry.
Yeah, I felt like there was no way to just, let's talk about the next chapter. La-di-da.
Go on like nothing had happened at all. It would be hard to be happy about things that we talk about on the show right after this, as we normally try to be.
Right. And by the time you guys hear this episode, we will have done our Zoom call that we are putting together for Saturday. But if you guys missed that, you will be able to listen to that over on Patreon. It's just us and some of our listeners, or really just fans of Terry in general, getting together and talking.
Yeah, and that's also nothing that's going to be behind a paywall, because we think that that would be kind of fucked up. So that conversation will be on Patreon, but I want to make clear that it's in front of the paywall, so it's free. You can just go there and listen to it there.
Yeah, absolutely don't feel any pressure. We don't know what it's going to turn out like, so we didn't want to put it here with our episodes. We wanted to put it over there so that even if it's a little bit disjointed of a conversation, we can put it out there for everybody who wasn't able to be there. Actually, Al, one of our listeners, suggested that it would be a good way to do it. And honestly, we like connecting with all of you in real time. I think more than some of you probably like that. So we just wanted to do that. And if you guys wanted to listen, we thought we would give you a way to do that. But as far as today's episode goes, we don't really have a script for this. I feel like you don't have a script when somebody passes away, especially unexpectedly. Everybody always feels the same way. You don't know what to do. So we just wanted to take a minute. We don't want to dwell, but we wanted to talk about him just a little bit for a minute and just take today to mourn.
Yeah, we recently found out that he had a heart condition, and that's partially why Terry lived the way he did.
Yeah, that's what Rob said. And I don't know if we knew that, like if maybe it had been not a fun fact, but a tidbit that you learned somewhere that, he has an issue with a heart. Because it doesn't sound like something I was surprised to hear.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing anything about that.
And we may not have. I just, I definitely did not know it was such an issue. And that he talked so openly, at least with Rob, about it. Like, not knowing if tomorrow was going to be his last day. But it was very believable when he said it. Like, okay, yes, that makes sense. And it makes sense in the context of everything that he's ever written. Like, as far as live for yourself, don't waste time. You have to go and do it, Rise up and live it. Yeah. And if you look at his life and everything that he did with it, he did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. There were a couple of people after I had shared that post on Facebook that reached out to me, and they're like, he was a race car driver. And I'll say that I haven't really followed his racing career closely, but I looked it up online, and he's done a lot of pretty cool stuff. Just racing in and of itself has got to be an adrenaline rush, right?
Oh, yeah.
It takes some stones to get in one of those things, too. Like, they're not easy to drive.
I'm not really a fan of driving in general. I know a lot of people are. I am not. So, that's impressive to me. And it's only one of, the many things. He was obviously an author. An accomplished author. There's however many fucking books in the Sort of True series, let alone all the other series. But he was also into, he had a career in art. He was a cabinet maker, a violin maker, restoration worker, and the list does not stop. He didn't have a career. He had careers.
Yeah, you gotta believe that he applied himself the same way to all of those as well.
And it's very Richard of him, too. Richard works with his hands, and he wasn't good at one thing. He was good at anything he touched, basically. So yeah, that just blows my mind every time I think more about him as a person, and that he spent a lot of time writing, and I know we always wanted more. We always wanted one more book. I mean, I didn't know how much I was waiting for one more book until the next series came out, because I always thought, oh, he's done now. Oh, he's done now. And he kept coming with it.
Yeah, I mean, not only was he a great storyteller, but there's also a lot of lessons that were taught throughout the series, all of the Wizards rules, plus just like common sense things that Richard says all the time. So there's a lot that people can take away from these other than just the story. And I mean, that's something that stuck out to me in these books. When you introduced them to me, or me to them, I guess, you got me because there was this super violent scene where some guy gets like his head to his armpit cut, right? So the head and the arm goes flying, and I'm thinking, man, this is like some gruesome, brutal action shit, and I gotta read this. And I mean, it is there, don't get me wrong, but it's not all that.
No.
There's so much more to it. And I also know people who read it and who are like, oh, it's a romance, and then like got disturbed by those parts. But everybody I know of that read the books learned something, and like focus on the solution, not the problem. Huge one. People are stupid. I mean, people will believe anything,
Yeah.
you know, another huge one. I mean, these can reach out into your life, and it's not like it's a philosophy for me, but it's just like, hey, remember that, because it's not wrong and you can apply it.
Yeah, no, and I think a lot of people can grab onto that, like, especially a lot of people who feel a little bit lost, or they're not really sure about themselves. You start reading these books and you start realizing that you can have strength in yourself and your truth, and you know what I mean? It's something that you can carry with you, and you don't realize until something like Terry passing how much that means to you, and how much you really do take away from the books. I mean, a lot of us maybe do realize that before now, but like, damn, it's a big loss that he's not going to be giving us any more of it.
Like those two examples I gave a minute ago are huge, and we use them all the time. I mean, even like the second one, the greatest of harm can come from the best of intentions. Like, that's just a fact of life.
Passion rules reason. I think about that one
Right.
like all the time.
Yeah. They're like laws of humanity almost.
Yeah, building blocks for your life, basically.
It gives you a very good guide as to like just a general morality without having to go over and beyond, just basic principles to essentially be happy.
Right, and to be able to like to have that confidence in yourself that you can go through life and be like, everything might be fucked up, but I know.
Like the dog barking while we record this.
God damn it.
Thanks, Loki.
Super awesome. But like everything in life might be fucked up. You might not know the right answers to everything, but you can have confidence in your path. I don't know. It helped me a lot.
Yeah, I think these stories do. I've been reading a lot of stories and tributes online, and tons of people say the same thing. These books helped me in a difficult moment, because you read some of this, and these tributes, some of them are heartbreaking, some of them are very inspiring, but there's just been a massive outpouring of people who are thankful for these. Like, they're just so thankful that somebody put it in a language that they can understand. And I mean, that's what a lot of it was for me. So I can appreciate that. But yeah, it's been really cool seeing everybody give their own personal takes. And that's another reason why Jade and I are doing this Zoom meeting tomorrow, just so that there can be a space for people to talk, which I think will be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to be with like-minded people, or at least people who have some of the same ideas that you do, and just kind of comfort each other in that. And I mean, that's tomorrow for us currently, not for you currently, because it's in the past for you.
Yes, it'll be this past weekend.
Time travel and all that.
But looking forward, Wednesday will be a regular episode. We are going to record a chapter and get back to things. As important as this is, it's also important that we keep moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, one of the wizard's rules is everybody must die, but it's up to you how you choose to live. And Terry would want everyone to embrace the life that they have and keep moving forward in the best way that they can, being the best you that you can.
I like that. I like that a lot. So, thank you, everybody, for listening. We will see you real soon.
Bye.